Boom, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is the most important part of this update. I promise you that it is. I really would have liked Free Unequipped to be timed up with this because this saves you so much time. Look at this stuff on the right here. This is huge. Like, this is my intro to my video because I like usually put jokes. But when it comes down to Epic 7, I really have a lot of hope for this game. But what kills me when I play this game is the lack of it being fun and intuitive. Sometimes I feel like they're like, but our graphics and like, but our graphics and our characters are so cool. What is going on, guys? It's your boy Cash, and we are here today to go over the update content part 1, and there is a part 2. And it's really important to note that there's some really good stuff in here. And I haven't done like update videos in a minute, but this one is good. Not just because of this, because a lot of this stuff is not really detailed in here, and it's actually what took me when I woke up. I was trying to find where the rest of these costumes. So let me go over what they are offering. Pretty much, as you can see here, there's going to be a side story, Song of the Sea, and it's going to be all about, you know, sea, beach, summer stuff. You know, go out and enjoy the summer, side story stuff, blah, 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 right? But eventually you get to this stage, which is something that they're doing new, about having a bubble. We'll see how that takes into effect and how it works, and if you're revived, you don't have the air bubble. You probably lose damage each turn without the bubble. Something else can pop the bubble, things of that nature. Hell clearing, there's the hidden achievements. It's a lot of the stuff that's like pretty standard to the side story. There goes Bellona in her outfit, but I was looking, they say nothing about how to get Bellona's outfit. They do tell you about a rainbow scale as an artifact. I looked through all this stuff, I was like, wait, where's the other outfits? All these things are just random, not random, but things that we already know about. And then you have the summer pass, and then this is the Karen skin. Purchase and claim special summer pass to unlock. So of course I first saw that, I was like, no, cosmetics behind money, which you guess you could say that, but they're actually just kind of locking it behind crystal purchases. So you can actually use, sorry, not crystals, sky stones. So you can use your sky stones 180 to do this. And another trick that they did, nice little thing that they did, is that if you wanted the 900 and for some reason was like, wait, waifu, you can actually then go put the extra 900 and then just do it like that, which is pretty good. I appreciate that because, you know, let's say you just wanted to see the bonuses here and just kind of test some stuff out, and then you do this. But right now it looks like pretty much you're gonna get Karen for 1800 crystals, and I'm hoping that they keep that same energy, 1800 crystals for these outfits. Hopefully they're not limited. I think this one is limited. No, this game wasn't out around Halloween, so in a couple months it will be out around Halloween. I'm looking forward to them having Halloween costumes too, and Christmas. All right, so you can see it's not really too much changing here. I was hoping that they would do that, but it's just her animation with the outfit on. The only difference is that Epic 7 does a back, you see that, like the black background, it actually makes it really good for editing, but there's no like tropical background stuff that you would have to see. It also wouldn't really make sense, really, but it's still cleaner because, as you can see, the detail behind what they have here, you know, obviously this means no, it's just a bunch of, but her actually changed, she's in her outfit, so that's cool. But I would have liked to have some background scenery or something like that to accompany it, even if like they're right there in the beginning, like something, or even change it, maybe her weapon to like a what is, like a parasol or something like that. You know, she has like a parasol instead of an actual sword, you know, something silly, because why does she have a sword in the beach? Like, is it that serious? But you know, there it is, and you're gonna look at there, boom, and then you'll be able to equip the outfit, and that's it. There's no additional stats, so be wary. But even then, if there was, it will be purchasable through Sky Stones, so you really couldn't complain too much about it, because you do get Sky Stones. It would just be a resource management thing. Do you want to save for this or not? It would be something of that nature. So that's all there is. Drop rate of Sigret is coming up, so good thing everyone can save their Sky Stones. But I do like this, as I said. See, the only thing is that I don't think that this is the guaranteed drops. We'll have to look at that later. They don't really go into this. I don't know if it's guaranteed, because I have a Sigret, and she's 5-star. So if I was to get one guaranteed, it wouldn't be that bad of me to summon on this, get some memory imprints, and level up. But, you know, they haven't really said if the new summon system is implemented with this update. I don't think it is, though. Next up is the Haunty Tailor, and can we appreciate, before I go to the artifact, look at this thing's design. This thing looks freaking nuts, man. Love the way this thing looks. This would have been, I think this should have been the design of the Automaton Tower boss. This looks so cool. I definitely think this should have been it. I don't know why it wasn't. They got Lilibet as the boss, yada yada. You guys know how this goes. You're gonna keep fighting this. 20% on hell mode if you want to get this. Now let's look at this artifact, because the artifact is mwah. It's actually really good in my opinion. As health decreases, evasion and defense increase by up to 20%, and you should definitely max this out, getting it to 40%. Now having 40% evasion is nuts, and if you think about thieves having that, is crazy. So I was like, yeah, that's disgusting, because 40% evasion is crazy. And it's obviously as their health decreases, but if you think about characters like Kairon, who can kind of work with it because he has low health, that means he'll possibly evade. But in this game, evasion does not mean no damage, so he'll still die if his thing is triggered. So I'm thinking about some other thieves where it might be a little bit better, but it's still a nice artifact. I think it's really good, especially if you're running some type of thief that needs to stay in the balance of low health. I think that's really good for that. And it's also just good in general because it's guaranteed stats when something happens. It's not like a lot of the other ones. It's like 25% to something to happen, maybe, hopefully, sorta, if it happens, if the sun hits over the moon, and whatever. This one's guaranteed to happen, so I do like stuff like this a little bit more than some of the chancy ones. Next up is a specialty change, and it's not Adlai. I refuse to listen to these people that keep dropping these leaks and shit. I can't stand data miner, because I never heard this guy getting his own thing. He looks sick. Looks great. A little buff daddy. It's Buff Zaddy in the building. They're changing this man up. They're changing his, I think this is Preach, which I don't know what skill that is. It could be this one or that one. I don't know what they're changing, but pretty much he's going to have a move which is scaling off of his HP with his lost HP. So we got another one of those. He's going to heal from the damage, and if the enemy is buff, there's a 50% chance to activate Heavy Strike, which looks like that. There's S1. So he's getting pretty much like a little rework, it looks like, which is pretty cool. It looks awesome, and makes me want to, if I got one, I'm definitely going to level it up. I'm about to work on Montmorency as well, and maybe we just get this guy up. He is a Fire Knight, so it's, knights are cool. And I think, if I remember correctly, he had a skill, his S2 was something along the nature that, like, you couldn't one-shot him or something like that, which is really good, really, really good of a skill, but I think his actual scalings of his moves was trash. So this is a nice welcome thing. And he was actually a cool-esque character in the actual story. I mean, obviously he's not that cool, but he was just he was follower. This guy would give orders. He would be like, okay, sir. But, now he's getting some changes. So that's pretty cool. Another specialty change to make a S3, sorry, not an S3, 3-star character way beyond their means. But people love this, and it looks like it's very easy. Eliminate 500 enemies, which is going to take a lot of stamina. Whatever. Acquire 2 of these from battle. That seems very awkward to say. Like, it has to be from battle. That means, I'm assuming that means you have to you can't just purchase it from the store. Or it could just be you put it in, but who knows? I'm not going to act like I know. Eliminate 25 enemies in the Rolls, Apostles, Meeting Hall, and Labyrinth. So that's very specific, but easy to do. And then win a trial battle, which is easy. So this one's going to take a decent amount of time, because you have to find the most optimal spot to get that, to kill these enemies. And then this one, I don't know if you actually have to have it as a drop. If it's from a drop, that is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. And there it is. He looks kind of weird here, though. Like, I feel like it looks like he's sitting, but he's not. I don't know. Don't ask me. There goes also his skill tree. I keep forgetting that they actually have this, and like all these, I actually have a couple of specialty changes, and I don't do this, and I completely forgot. So yeah, look, it increases combat readiness by 20%, effectiveness, skill effect chance goes up, damage dealt by Preach, and Preach chance of activating a Heavy Strike 20 to 50. So that's 100%, I think, if you finish this out, and it will be 100% if they have a buffs. Then he would pretty much S3 S1, which is pretty good. They're adding in a bits guide, which I generally don't care about that. But for people that do struggle and they're like, I don't know who to use, that's what this is for. And it looks like it's pretty in depth too. So they're doing they're doing a lot of really, really good changes so far. And this is what I was hoping for more quality of life changes. And this is specifically when we go into part 2. So we go into part 2, and the first thing you see is manage equipment. I'm like, what? Nani? Because I'm like, what is the point of part 2? And again, in here, they don't show you anything that has to do with the costume. So don't even bother asking at this point. So you see the top, the inventory kind, and then boom, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is the most important part of this update. I promise you that it is. I really would have liked Free Unequipped to be timed up with this, because this saves you so much time. Look at this stuff on the right here. This is huge. Like, this is my intro to my video, because I like usually put jokes, But when it comes down to Epic 7, I really have a lot of hope for this game. But what kills me when I play this game is the lack of it being fun and intuitive. Sometimes I feel like they're like, but our graphics and like, but our graphics and our characters are so cool. And it's like, no, can you actually make good changes? And this is one of them. So now you can actually slot up your character. I usually have to do this on a notepad of some sort, but now you're actually able to slot it up. It will tell you the differences between what you have on the left side, which is probably currently equipped, in comparison to what you have on the right. What are the increases? What are the decreases? And then, of course, what sets you have activated. This was in Summoner's War for a long time. Just kidding. It was not for a long time, but they implemented it after a while, and it was a godsend. If you also look up here, you can check the substats, sets you're looking for, and this is like, I need to have, now you guys are going to have a nightmare, because now people, they're going to have so many gear, I don't know what gear has the best speed. Now they're just going to put substat speed. Where are my speed gear? Where did I get the best speed rolls? And it's going to be instantaneously available to them. This is going to make people's characters go from whatever CP they're at to much higher. And then what's also cool is that you set it up, and then you have everything that you want on the right hand side. Then you push change, and then it just unequips and equips everything for you for the price. This is amazing, and thank God they put it in the game, because it's gonna make it like, I mean, you're gonna see some people might look at the price, the big receipt, and be like, oh God, but it's gonna be worth it, guys. Trust me, this is amazing. Even I was hyping up Knights Chronicles earlier. They don't have a system like this, and it's a nightmare to rune characters, because you really was like, oh, where's my, I want to make this substat good, and it's like, well, now you got to go dig through all your runes to find that substat, and hopefully it's cooperating with something else that you're trying to do. It's a nightmare to rune characters in that game. So now it was a nightmare in this one too, because you had to remember each set, and oh wait, was my weapon crit damage, but I wanted to see effectiveness, so you could just switch them around willy-nilly. And that's pretty much what people do in unequipped, the free unequipped. They just take things off and put back on. But now you can do it before losing a bunch of money, just trying to balance stuff out. So this is a really big, helpful thing to lowering the cost of gold to change stuff. People don't want it in the game in general, but this is one step towards it. So I applaud them for that. The Arena Season 2 is ending on the 28th. And it looks like people, depending on, you know, they'll get these fancy little banners. I really don't care about PvP. I've actually was mentioning that to somebody in the comment section below. I was like, I don't care about PvP as long as you can pay for progression in a game. If someone could be ahead of me because they put in more time, and granted, I don't put too much time into the game in general, but I would actually if I could level up in the game. And if I fought someone, I knew that if I put in 20 hours and they put in 10, I'd beat them, like hands down. But that's just not how these games work. Unfortunately, there's always a way to just have this guy that puts in 10 hours can beat out the people that put in more hours just because he spent more money. So yes, they still have to grind, but they still have a slightly advantage over you. I won't say unfair advantage, because if the game has it it's in the game, it's not really unfair. It's just that you chose not to do it. So that's why I really don't care about PvP as much in these games. Also, Hero Recall of ZEUZ. I don't think anything really bad happened to ZEUZ, but I think this was, again, people complaining, and it gave them that they felt like ZEUZ was super overly nerfed, and now you can recall him if you guys feel like doing it. I do now realize how good it is sometimes to recall him, especially if you had him built up and you stop using him. It actually might be good to then get all the resources back from him and put him onto another character, and then maybe rebuild him up later when he's more relevant. Because even without the Wind Rider, I feel like he didn't have too much purpose outside of being the nuke, you know, being this crazy, oh, I can nuke people kind of guy. You know, look at the resources that you get. You pretty much get a free 6-star. You get the ability to level up if it's a water character, but you know, it doesn't have to be water. You can just save these for a rainy day. I think you can sell these if you really wanted to as well. You get some of the awakening materials back. The skill enhances all your Molagoras, stuff like that. So it's really good if you really don't, not like you hate ZEUZ, but you want to just pretty much take the resources and allocate it to someone else. Not that bad of an idea. As you can see, boom, he's maxed out super duper, and then he goes down to being 1-star. You still keep the character, but you lose all the investment that you have onto him. Here's a nice little thing. They are actually nerfing floor 91 to 100. That's how the monsters have been nerfed. This is only for July's tower. I think they did say before that they were going to be changing up how the towers actually work, you know, for each month. This is also a nice change. Again, some nice quality of life. When you are crafting, instead of having to go and do all that magical stuff, you can actually, from this point, lock it and say, hey, this is a good gear, I want to lock it, or you can sell directly from that screen. Another really good quality of life change. And then some other changes that you guys can read if you like it. I just like the improvements have been made so that when you finish promoting a hero, it doesn't stay on the level up screen. It goes back to the other screen, because most of the time when you promote heroes, pretty much when you're promoting phantasms and your fodder, you're not going to then level them up. So pretty cool changes. But what did you guys like or dislike about this one? I think everything so far is pretty positive. I wish that they had more information as far as the other suits, like the other bathing suits, swimsuits, summer outfits. How are they going to be charged to us? Like, how do we have to save up for them? Even that, like, I don't know. If it costs money, it costs money, whatever. But you know, we need to know if I need to save a paycheck, which I don't have, as you guys know. I'm broke as fuck. You know, are we saving paychecks? Are we saving sky stones? Just release the information. I have also said I wouldn't mind if they were like different, like it made up a different Bellona, it made a different Karen. I know some people don't like that, but it would have been cool to have a different, like pretty much like a Moonlight version of the character, but it's a summer swimsuit version of the character, and their skills work differently. But it's another character, and how do you give someone another character? But it's just Skystone. It's another character pretty much for free or through resources. And if you have the original character, you can get this character, which, you know, you still have to get the original character. Then you have to spend additional Skystone to get a different version of them. I don't think that's that bad, because then you can easily just spend money to get the Skystone if you want to get them like immediately, whatever that amount of money is. I don't know. I'm not in the game right now, so I don't know if that's a cash. Do you know that's like $30? I'm like, oh, I didn't know. Sorry, bro. But anyway, every day at the Kashino is your lucky day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.